Now, I got a lot of requests to cover everything related about Andrew Tate because I'm Romanian and I also know the legislation in my country. At least I used to, right? It's been more than 12 years since I finished med school and I haven't studied since, so I just have like a general knowledge on things. But yeah, he was allowed to leave Romania, and many people online are claiming that he was found not guilty. This is not the case. Basically, they assessed based on his personality, based on his history, that he is not a flight risk. And it's still, I guess, like the European Union. Like, he cannot leave the EU. He can only travel outside of Romania as long as it's another EU country. It's kind of like being a US citizen and you are allowed to leave the state, but you're not allowed to leave America, if that makes any sense. So they confiscated his cars, they confiscated a lot of his wealth. Which means that in the event that he was trying to flee and he would be found guilty at the trial, and he would have to pay damages to the aggrieved party, then they would just sell the cars and they would sell everything he has. And they would use that money to pay them off, and then there would be like an international warrant for his arrest. But if he does pay, right? So, like, let's say he is found guilty and he comes back to Romania, pays from his own pockets, then he gets his cars back and he gets everything else that the Romanian government took from him. Like, this is what a lot of people didn't understand on the internet, because I saw people say the Romanian government stole his cars. It's a judicial process that when you think a person may be a flight risk, or when you think that a person could try to sell all of his belongings in order to avoid paying the victims, the government can actually seize your assets, and it just stores them in a place until after the trial. So, like, the government doesn't actually get to use the assets that it has taken from you. They are just kept there, and after the trial, if you do not pay the damages, then the government sets them up for auction and uses the money to pay off the victims. Or if you're found innocent, or if you pay from your own pockets, then you get the things back. So this is the controversy where, oh, the government stole his stuff. Regarding him being allowed to leave Romania, I guess they have faith that he would come back to serve time if he is found guilty, or that if he does try to run, then most EU member states have various agreements so that, like let's say he goes to Germany, and then the German police catches him and they bring him back to Romania, and he will serve extra time if that's the case, because he tried to run away from the law, right? This is not final, by the way. Like, a prosecutor can still charge and go after this. Which they probably will, because that's what prosecutors are paid to do. Like, they're paid to argue, so they're going to constantly try to file appeals, especially if they think they will win. So he can't leave it yet until it's final. So, like, the prosecution will now have to decide whether they want to contest this or not. If the prosecution doesn't contest it, then he can actually leave the country. But if the prosecution does contest it, then he still can't leave until a final court sentence has been pronounced. Now, where will he go? That's another question, because from my understanding, he's also wanted in the UK. So the only reason that he hasn't been extradited to UK is that the Romanian government is protecting him. Now, whether Mr. Tate enjoys the protection of the Romanian government is another thing, because the claim is, no, we suspect that he committed the crime here, and first we want to trial him, and if we find him guilty, he's going to go to jail, and if he's innocent, then we'll extradite him, right? So basically, if he does go to jail, he's going to serve time in Romania, and after the sentence is done, he is going to be extradited. And if he doesn't go to jail, then they will extradite him right away. The reason for this is due to the agreements between the European member states, where if you're suspected of committing a crime in one state, other states will extradite you, right? So the argument is that he committed the crime in the United Kingdom, and the United Kingdom is requiring Romania to extradite him. And in normal circumstances, they would, but because he is actually investigated for a crime here, and it's not just him, it's like other people that are considered accomplices, like two police women and whatever. But because of that, they're basically saying, no, like, he also, like, if he committed a crime here, first he will get punished by the Romanian system, and then he will get punished by the UK system. So that's the thing with the extradition, and I don't know where he can go, because like if he travels, let's say, to Germany, and the German government is now requested that he should be get extradited to the UK, then the German government might do that, and he may actually face the British court system, and then I guess like Romania would ask Britain to extradite him back, and this is because governments they want to apply the laws in their country, and they want to seek justice for the stuff that's done on their soil. So yeah, like Romania has a vested interest to punish people that commit the crime here, and Britain has a vested interest to punish people that commit the crime there. So if you're found guilty, like they will want to request the extradition. I think he's also a British citizen, isn't he? Right. So like that's another thing. So I don't know what he will do. Like if he leaves the country, he has to take this into account, that the very moment he steps on another EU member state soil, let's say he goes to Italy, there can be a request from the British government to extradite him. And then Italy will have to seize him, detain him, and then they may actually go like, okay, well, he's wanted in Romania, he's wanted in Britain, what do we do? And they will either have to choose one of the states or let him go. But like it's unlikely that they will let him go due to the agreements between the member states. So yeah, it's kind of like, okay, he can leave, but will he? I don't know. From what I heard with another streamer that actually got him in trouble, he was planning to leave. So, and by the way, like he can just go to Britain. I mean, he can go like, okay, I experienced the Romanian incarceration system. I really don't like it. So he can go to Britain. But even if he does that, and he serves time in Britain, or he's found not guilty, they will still extradite him back to Romania. So he's in a difficult situation. But I didn't want to explain to people the legality, right? I'm not casting any moral judgment. I'm just trying to explain what's happening and what are the legal implications of the case. So anyway, if you like the video and heaven forbid you want to support my channel, there is a link into the pinned comment. One of those will take you to my live stream, where if you subscribe, hopefully Google will remember to announce you when I'm live streaming and you can catch me live. And the other link is to my subscribe star. Yes, e-begging, very important. You will get buyer's remorse from it. I guarantee. Like the moment you donate even $5 for me, you'll get like $10 worth of buyer's remorse. Because you'll be like, why am I supporting this person? So, let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.